What's up, beautiful people? If you're anything like me, you love automating things like slide decks with AI, but you start hating the outputs. So I'm gonna give you this strategy to make slide decks that are actually useful and not just slop and not overcomplicated to set up. And we're gonna use Claude Design for it. But don't worry, I'm gonna be giving you kind of a system and a way to think about these decks along with 3 or 4 prompts. So you can apply this to any slide deck tool. It's gonna save you a ton of time and you'll get to see Claude Design build slide decks without spending any tokens. It's pretty awesome. Let's get right into it. Okay, so this first step's really important. You're gonna need to pick one data source. That's right, don't throw everything at the wall. It's gonna make you run out of tokens, it's gonna make your slide deck bloated, and it's just gonna waste your time. So for this, I'm gonna pull just this recent data from the Rundown's YouTube video analytics. And I've also downloaded the titles of the videos, the thumbnails, and the description text because I wanna know what is working with the YouTube algorithm and what's not, so we can be smarter at uploading. Now, this is important. Think about what you want to get out of the slide deck instead of just thinking, oh, let's do some analytics. So for me, I want to know what's working and turn it into a standard operating procedure. And you're going to see what I mean when we use the prompt, how much better outcomes you get when you're trying to design a system or best practices versus just doing data analysis. So you want to get to that actual synthesis. What do we do with the data step? And I'm going to show you this prompts next. So here we are on claude.ai/design. You should be able to use this if you have any paid Claude plan. I'm on the max plan, which is $100 a month. And I haven't run out of usage yet, but I've heard some people who are just on the pro plan have chewed through their Claude Design usage really quickly. They'll release this as a desktop app eventually, and that should cut down on the token cost. Now I've clicked on slide deck here. I'm going to do no design system, and I don't like text on slides, so I'm going to say yes to speaker notes, and then we're going to hit create before we even upload any data. And here we go. Well, let me show you what I'm uploading. Just simple numbers like this. It's a small sample size. Ideally, you'd want a larger sample size than this for a real analysis. And like I mentioned, I've also got those thumbnails in there. Great, so those should be uploaded. And next I'm gonna add in this prompt. Turn these files into a strategy deck on YouTube video performance, analyze results by video, and extract best practices for thumbnails, titles, descriptions, and subject matter. Use charts, rankings, and concrete recommendations. Match each thumbnail to the CSV using the thumbnail file name. Keep it crisp and presentation ready. So that's really all you need. Claude Design is so well trained at making PowerPoints. You don't need to over prompt. You don't need to spend an hour creating a slide deck outline. And the best part is if you keep it simple and just use one data source, like one CSV and some images like this, it'll go quick and you can iterate. Instead of what you don't want is some long nightmare project with a long outline and 6 data sources. It'll be way easier for you to make 6 different little slide decks and see what works instead of one humongous one. All right, so we're gonna hit send here. And don't worry, I've got some follow-up prompts that you guys can copy and paste in if stuff goes wrong. And all of these will be copy and pastable on the Rundown University's site. And that link should be below if you're not viewing this on our site. And you're gonna see something go wrong right here. I realized that the data I exported from YouTube was only for the last 30 days. And we've been posting longer than the last 30 days. So I'm gonna just, while it's working, go put that updated CSV in here and tell it, here's an updated CSV with data for all time versus the one that I gave you to start with, which is just the past 30 days. Otherwise, everything should be the same. And the first time you do this, I'd encourage you to sit here and watch as it analyzes your data and thinks through it. It'll give you a great idea of how Claude thinks about data analysis, synthesis, and design. And you don't really learn anything when you just hit enter, close the tab, and go do something else the first time. It's pretty cool. If you click through these design files as they pop up, you can see how Claude stages out these slide decks in code, both the design and the layout. You can see this is probably going to be slide number 1. Oh, actually, the whole deck is in here as an HTML file. So it's building the slide deck in HTML. Kind of cool. And Claude's still working, but I want to show you guys a preview of the deck because it's genuinely one of the best AI generated ones that I've seen. I really love how it pulls in those image files, those thumbnails that I gave it, and uses it intelligently in the deck. I like that it gives these title slides that are in between slides. There's not too much text on them. In general, the slides don't have that much text, and I definitely think that's because I turned on the speaker notes toggle. I'd recommend you do that at the beginning. And I really like how these slides are action oriented, do this versus don't do this, instead of a lot of AI slop, which you get, which is just these numbers show this. It's because I asked specifically at the beginning, extract the best practices for these specific topics, and then it figured out which KPIs would point it that way and which ones to emphasize in the deck. Okay, and it's pretty much done with the content. It's just working on fixing some formatting issues and display issues. It takes a long time. I think we've been running for like 15 minutes now on this deck, but I like that because it does a good job. So of the follow-up prompts, we have ones if it gets the KPIs wrong, and I'll link this in the guide. This will be in the guide for you to copy and paste, but it's specific to this data set, but you'll get an idea of how to refocus it on the right KPIs. It might get confused if you give it too much data or it doesn't have enough context on that data, right? Like if it's like internal data versus like YouTube. This is the only one I might use, which is tighten the visual style, especially this fewer words per slide part. I really like that. And I really like strong contrast. This text, like this hierarchy here is a little weird for me. You can click on specific elements and change them or select them for Claude to make edits on. And then we have another prompt here telling it to add more useful charts. It calls out the key comparisons we want it to make, to show patterns and to visualize creative choices. But I really don't think it needs it. I mean, it's got these charts in here. I think it's so good you may not need these prompts. And then if you want to go further, I would duplicate this project in Claude Design, or maybe download the deck and I would duplicate it here. And then I would go in and I would add in some more data from different sources, or maybe like in a month when we have more data, and just have this as like a working deck that it updates as it goes. So that's it. If you like Claude Design, definitely check out more of our Claude Design guides here at the Rundown University and let us know how you're using the tool. As always, I'm Billy from the Rundown University. Stay frosty and peace.